We are up at Lake Oroville, which has the largest dam in the United States. I am with Jana Frazier, tour guide with the Department of Water Resources. Jana, we've seen that the water level is really low here. Obviously that impacts water supplies, but it also impacts things like the economy in general. Can you speak to that?
It does. The agriculture is the heaviest that's impacted. We have between 500 and 800,000 acres of farmland that was fallowed this year because the workers aren't getting jobs. There's no work for them. The person that would normally be buying the food in your store, the clothing in your store, the used car, maybe taking a small trip, spending money in a hotel, they don't have the money. They're out of the money, and that impact is being felt everywhere up and down the north to the south end of the state because there's so many people that are out of work. It's not just about water, it's not just about the environment, it's also about the economic impact and the many, many lives that this is affecting.
For people that don't know this area, obviously it is not only a water supply, but it's a great recreation area.
It's a great recreation area. We have 167 miles of shoreline on and all around the different forks of the lake, and the south, middle, north, east branch. All the forks have floating campsites. We have trails for hiking, biking, and horseback riding. We have floating campsites, which are like a pontoon boat, if you can imagine, two-story, that are anchored at different locations throughout the lake. There's 10 of them, I believe, we had this year. We also have floating restrooms out on the lake, so when you're out jet skiing and boating and things, you have those areas to go to. The floating campsites are usually sold out within 48 hours after they come up for the season. So they're very, very popular. And we have, last year we had about 1.3 million people visit this area to recreate on Lake Oroville. And that includes our competitive bass fishing, which we did lose quite a bit of revenue this year because the bass fish, there's not enough water.
Right, so, I was going to ask you about that. Are you losing recreation revenue?
We are, but it's more through the bass tournaments than anybody else.
Okay.
That's probably altogether, I would think, between 800,000 and $1 million in revenue that we lost just toward the end of this year of the fishing season because they started canceling.
Okay.
And that's your hotels and the food that they buy, the
Right.
gasoline, the bait, and so on and
Right.
so forth.